welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to walk you through how to make the perfect chocolate chip cookies. I've been making chocolate chip cookies for several years, and sometimes they didn't come out great. They were either really flat or hard, or they just didn't have a great flavor. But I have found a recipe that uses a secret special ingredient that makes them come out perfectly every time. So I'm going to walk you through what you need to make these cookies, how to get them all mixed together, and how to make sure that they come out just right, which they always do. So to start with, you're going to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Then you need to get your ingredients together. You will need all-purpose flour, baking soda, salt, 2 sticks of butter, brown sugar, regular granulated sugar, 2 large eggs, vanilla, and chocolate chips. And then I'll tell you about the secret ingredient in just a moment. So now that your oven is preheated, you will get together 2 1/4 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and combine those and just set them aside. So then you're going to take your 2 sticks of softened butter and combine that with your granulated sugar of 1/4 cup and 3/4 cup of brown sugar for at least 3 minutes. This process is really important. You don't want to skip it because during that time, the butter kind of cuts into the sugar and creates little air pockets, and that's what keeps the cookies from spreading out. So I've already started some of this for time's sake. So I've already mixed my butter, sugar, and brown sugar. And then you add in your secret ingredient, which is a 3.4 ounce box of Jell-O pudding. Now you can add whatever flavor you want. You can do vanilla, chocolate, cheesecake. They come in so many different flavors, but you can really customize it to whatever you're craving at the time. So then you mix in your Jell-O pudding mix, 2 large eggs, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and you combine that in the mixer for 2 to 3 minutes. Now I like a stand mixer, but you can use a handheld mixer also. It'll work just the same. So I've already done those steps to kind of for time's sake, but now I'm going to put in my 2 1/4 cup of flour, teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And you'll just gradually mix that in so it doesn't, fly everywhere and make a big old mess. And you don't want to combine this part for too long because it'll kind of create gluten, and your cookies might come out more like a dough or like a bread dough almost than a cookie dough. So you just let all of that kind of combine together. Now I also am a big fan of using quality ingredients. I think that really affects the flavor. I really like these organic Happy Eggs. I think they taste amazing, and I think the color of a brown egg is just beautiful. It's little brown spots. I think it's just really cute. And then I use Kerrygold Irish butter. It's from grass-fed cows. Again, it has a great rich flavor. It doesn't taste artificial. It's just really good. And for chocolate chips, I like using Ghirardelli. I think it does improve the flavor. Of course, chocolate chip cookies are almost always great regardless. So no matter what ingredients you have, just go with that. I'm going to speed that up a little bit. Make sure it's all combined. And then you're just going to hand mix in your chocolate chips. You don't want to get those whipped in too much. It says 2 cups. I always just do a whole package worth because, chocolate's great. And it says the recipe originally called for semi-sweet chocolate, but I really like milk chocolate butter. So you're going to get all of that mixed up by hand until it's great. And this is generally the part of the process where my kids show up and say that they want to help, which means they really just want to taste things. But that's kind of the best part of making cookies, is getting everybody involved. So then once that's all mixed up, you're going to drop just dollops of cookie dough onto a parchment paper lined cookie sheet. Parchment paper is great. It makes sure the cookies don't stick, and you have no mess to clean up afterwards. You can just toss the paper and your cookie sheet's fine. So then you'll bake these for 10 to 12 minutes or until golden brown, and then you'll put them on a cooling rack afterwards to kind of finish the cool down process. I love to bake. I love that it fills the house with really good smells. I love that my kids enjoy it. I love that I can do something that everyone enjoys, and it makes all of us happy. Everyone loves a baked good. So thank you, and thanks for coming to my kitchen.